Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today I am sharing a highly requested makeup look, and it's funny because I actually filmed this on Friday and this was not highly requested makeup look, but my audio was so terrible that day when I uploaded the footage into Final Cut Pro that I couldn't use it. But I had this makeup on all day. I was on Instagram and I had so many messages asking about what makeup I had on. So now this is a highly requested makeup look. I love this look, you guys. When I filmed this on Friday, I was like, I love my makeup. This is gonna be my new go-to look. So I've teamed up with Dior to share their holiday sets, but I thought I would do a full face of Dior because there are so many Dior products that I have in my collection that are holy grails, like their Dior Forever foundation. So this look is an entirely full face of Dior, but surprisingly, all the color that you see on my face pretty much comes from one product, this palette, which I'm so excited to share with you guys. I'll just give you a quick little peek on what it looks like, but the shadow, cheek color, lip color, it is all found right here. So even though I have a full face of Dior, you can accomplish pretty much what you see here with one palette. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video and let's get started. So first I'm gonna go in with the Dior Forever foundation. This is the mattified version. I love this foundation. This foundation was in my top 3 and it still is in my top 5. I had to extend the category to 5 though because I discovered a lot of great foundations this year. Nothing bumped this off the list. I just had to expand the category to include some other great foundations. But the reason I love this foundation is because it gives exceptional coverage without looking or feeling heavy. It has a natural matte finish, which is my preference because I live in Texas and it's typically hot here like 9 months out of the year. Maybe not 9, but it's hot a lot of the year. And I also love this foundation because I can rely on it to look good and fresh all day long. So if I have, one of those days where maybe I have a photo shoot and I just need my makeup to look good all day, or I have an event in the later afternoon or evening, but for whatever reason, I have to do my makeup that morning and I'm not gonna have time to come back and, do it again or refresh it. I can trust that this will look good 6-8 hours later. Yes, I'll have to touch up probably, but it's going to look good. It's not gonna be something that I'm gonna look in the mirror and think, oh, I need to redo my foundation. You know what I mean? It's just a really great, reliable, long wear, beautiful coverage and without feeling heavy or looking heavy. So I am the shade 2.5 neutral, by the way, and I'm using the BK Beauty 101 brush and I'm just like pressing this into the skin. This is the perfect shade for me. It's a really, really good match for me. I also love Dior's undertones. Like the neutrals just look really nice and well balanced between warm and cool tone. And you really don't need a lot of this foundation at all and you'll get really great coverage. I find for me, this foundation also does like blur and smooth out texture in my skin, particularly the pores right here on my cheeks. Next, we're gonna go in with concealer and I have the Dior Forever Concealer. I'm also shade 2.5 neutral and I'm going to apply this just in the inner corner and then a little bit underneath the eye, just right here. And then I'm also going to pull it up here. This kind of gives a little bit of a natural lifted look to the eye. This formula is similar to the foundation in that it's lightweight, but it gives really great coverage. It also has a natural matte finish. I always typically set underneath the eyes with powder, but this would be one of those concealers where if you don't like to put powder under the eyes, if you can avoid it, this would be one of those concealers that you could probably get away without setting. I've been keeping this one in my downstairs bathroom drawer, which says a lot because in my bathroom drawer, I keep most of my makeup upstairs where I film, but I keep like an essential small collection of products in my little drawer in my bathroom to get ready day to day. And this is one of 3 concealers. I have 3 other concealers in there and this is one of them. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this on my eyes and use this as an eye primer today. I'm gonna skip the eyeshadow primer and we're just gonna use this. So we're gonna work with this Dior palette from their holiday collection this year. This palette has everything that I'm gonna really use for color on the face. So all of my eyeshadow, my cheeks, my lips, I'm gonna open it and show you guys what comes in this. You really have everything you need for a complete look. So you have 2 blush shades, and the other day when I filmed this, I actually, believe it or not, used this shade right here, which I thought was gonna be too bright for me, but it worked. You also have a 5 color eyeshadow palette here. I love this. This is so beautiful. I can't wait to show you the look that I create with this. You have a face highlighter here, and then on the bottom you have 4 lip shades. And these 2 right here, these reds are gorgeous for just like a classic red, perfectly in line with holiday themed makeup. And then you also have some kind of more like everyday shades right here. And in the palette, you also get some applicators that you can use to apply it. And then you have a large mirror as well. Right here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go in. I'm gonna start with this neutral brown shade. I'm gonna blend this into my crease. Now, one thing I love about Dior's formulas of their shimmer shadows, like these really soft sheen shadows. I have a couple of other 5-color Dior palettes. One of them is my absolute favorite, and it does have a shimmer in there that is more foiled or more metallic than any of these, but all of these have a really soft sheen, which is so beautiful. It's kind of like a hybrid between a shimmer shadow and a matte shadow, meaning that you're gonna get a little bit of light reflection, but they're workable in the crease. You know, typically I like to use mattes in the crease because you're gonna create more dimension with that, but I'm able to use these shimmer shades in the crease as well. They have the perfect amount of pigment. They really pick up and apply well. This particular shade is interesting. It's a beautiful, beautiful, like patina brown shade. Not too cool and not too warm either. It's kind of right there in the middle. So you can use it with really warm shades, or you can go, you know, create a look that's a lot more cool tone too. So I'm just going in the outer corner and kind of getting most of that product off my brush. And then I'm sweeping in the crease. And I'm kind of creating more of a rounded motion with my brush to create more of a rounded eye. So because these shadows are more of a soft sheen versus a really intense shimmer, they are gonna be very friendly for more textured eyelids. What's nice about this formula not being too shimmery is, like I said, you can work it in the crease, but it also gives just enough highlight and reflection to be a perfect shade for the eyelid or for the brow bone. Perfect. Okay, so now I've created some shape and some dimension. I'm gonna go in with a smaller crease shadow brush. I'm gonna blend a tiny bit of this purple just in the outer corner, not necessarily to see purple in the look, but just to see a little bit more depth. So I'm really just kind of taking my brush and patting that color down. Do you see what that did? It just gave a little more drama. I'm not gonna sweep in with this brush because I don't really wanna take that purple too far over. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my original crease brush. It's a little bit larger, and I'm softly just gonna, you know, soften out and blend that into the first shade. Perfect. Next, I'm gonna go in with a tiny little shader brush, and I'm gonna pick up the really beautiful gold here in the center. This doesn't do it justice when you're looking in the palette. In the palette, it looks just kind of like a very light gold shade, but on the skin, it is so beautiful. It gives just enough brightness without being too stark. So I'm just taking my time to pack this onto the eye all the way from the inner corner onto the center of the lid, and then over here to meet that deeper shade. I want the two shades to meet, but I don't want to take this lighter on top of that dark because then it'll kind of turn a little gray, and I don't want that. That is so pretty. This is like the most beautiful, beautiful shade. I know it looks pretty basic and simple, but it's just the texture of it and the tone of it is just perfect. It has a really light, pale yellow gold to it. It's so beautiful. This is one of those shades that'll look good on every skin tone. So pretty. Next, I'm gonna go in with the very lightest shade, and I'm using the same brush, but I'm gonna use the other side. So I used one side for the gold, and then I'm gonna flip it over and use the cleaner side for this really light shade. And we're gonna pop this in two places. We're gonna go right underneath the brow with it, and then we're also gonna take that and go right in the inner corner of the eye and then below the eye in the inner corner. Next, I'm gonna go in with a small pencil brush. I'm gonna mix these two shades that we used in the crease. We're gonna start with the brown, and we're really gonna load the brush up. I'm gonna tap it off, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that purple, tap it off. And we're gonna run this on the lower lash line. Next, I'm gonna take the brush that I used to blend out the concealer, and I didn't add anything to this, and I'm just gonna kind of bounce it and sweep it up to clean up and lift the eye again in case there's any fallout or in case I took that shadow too low. Doing this is just gonna clean it up. Next, I'm gonna go in and line the eye, and I'm using this liquid liner pen from Dior in the shade Matte Brown. This is a really deep, rich coffee brown. It's deep enough to, from a distance, it'll look black, but it's got a softer effect than black. I'm gonna lay it on its side, and I'm gonna start in the center of the lash line and make small little sketch marks on my way out. I wanna keep this line as thin as possible because I don't want it to cover any of this gorgeous gold that we have here. I really just wanted to enhance my lash line, and then I am gonna slightly wing it up in an effort to lift the eye a bit. But again, I don't want this liner to be dramatic, so it's really important to have a pen that has some flexibility in the tip and has a very pointy tip. You want to avoid liquid liners that are really stiff because then it has no give. So this one's really nice because it is very flexible and very thin. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm just going to use the tip, and I'm going to pull that wing up. Perfect. Next, I'm gonna tightline my eye, and for that, I'm gonna switch over to more of a pencil from Dior. This is the 24-hour Intense Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Sparkling Brown. And I'm just gonna run this right into my waterline underneath my lashes. For lashes, I'm gonna use this combo here. This actually comes in a holiday set and it comes in this gorgeous little blue velvet pouch. You get a full size of my favorite lash primer. This is the Maximizer 3D Lash Primer. I've been using this since before I started my YouTube channel. And then you also get a full size of the Iconic Curl Mascara. These two together are really nice. What I love about this lash primer is regardless of what mascara you use it with, it improves the health of your lashes. It also works with every mascara. So it's just gonna take any mascara that you use the extra mile and give that extra length and volume, but it's also gonna enhance and condition your lashes. So you use it every day, you're gonna notice an improvement in your lashes. So I'm gonna do one eye at a time. I personally feel that this works best when you go and apply mascara when this is still wet. I don't really like it to dry and then go in with mascara. This mascara is such a gorgeous mascara if you like curled, like fanned out lashes. It gives a good amount of length and volume. The wand has a slight little curve in it, so it really does great at like lifting and pulling those lashes up. The way that I like to apply this is I like to put that curve at the base of my lashes and actually like to close my eye. Then I want to wiggle it back and forth to get a lot of that product onto my lashes. Then I will sweep up to pull it up and fan it out. And I'll use the tip of the wand to fan out the lashes. You can see that right off the bat, you get a lot of drama. Now with this look, you do want like a really rich lash line, but you don't want the lashes to be so heavy that you can't see the shadow. So I love this mascara particularly because you get a really rich lash line, and then you can see that it separates and fans out the tips of the lash so that you still see that beautiful light gold shadow. It's just so pretty. I love this. It does a great job of keeping your lashes lifted throughout the day as well. I do always curl my lashes first. My lashes naturally grow straight. So pretty. So for blush, I'm actually gonna mix the two shades together. I did this when I originally filmed this video and it turned out really nice. I'm using a small little fluffy blush brush and I'm gonna start with the lighter shade first. I'm gonna do a couple taps of the deeper shade and I'm gonna go back to the lighter shade. And I like to start in the apples of my cheek and do little brush strokes down, but also pull my brush up to kind of lift the cheek a little bit. And I like to slowly build, meaning that I don't really want to pick up a lot of product on that initial, I want to pick up a little product at a time, especially when I'm working with a shade this bold, because this could be too bold for me real quick. I love that the light pink shade has a little bit of shimmer to it, but not too much, so it gives a little highlight to the cheeks. Oh, so pretty. I love this look. This is gonna be my go-to look for a while, I can tell you that. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with lips, and I mix these two shades together. I kind of use this as a lip liner, and then I filled in with this lipstick. But one thing I wanna mention before I do that, I did start this video off, and I didn't film it, but I started this video off using the Lip Glow. This is a like color enhancing lip balm. So it kind of takes your natural color and just enhances it a little bit, and it gives hydration and moisture to the lips, just kind of prepping them and priming them for makeup. Of course, you can wear them, wear this by itself. You don't have to put lipstick on top of it. So beautiful. It comes in a set, and it also comes with a little blue velvet pouch. And inside of that, you also get the Lip Maximizer Lip Plumper. This is a really nice lip plumper. It's very lightweight. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky on the lips at all, and it's very comfortable. Like you feel a little bit of a minty essence, but it's not uncomfortable at all. It's definitely one of the more mild lip plumpers that I've used. This also enhances the natural color of your lip, but you can wear it on top of any color of lipstick that you choose, and it'll just slightly lighten it. So I'm gonna use this one too. Actually, I used them both. I use this to prep, and then I'm gonna use this as a final step. Now I'm gonna go in first with this shade right here, and I'm gonna pick it up on my lip brush. You can certainly use your fingers in these too. I'm gonna use my fingers to get the lighter shade, but I wanted to use a lip brush to kind of create more of a lip liner effect. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with my finger and I'm gonna grab this shade right here. It's just a really natural nude rosy shade. I'm really gonna load it up. It's kind of more of a sheer shade, and I'm just gonna press this onto my lips. Because I had that lip balm on first, it is gonna make anything I put on top of it a little bit less pigmented. The two together are nice. I think by itself, I definitely need a lip liner or something richer. So pretty. Okay, and then last I'm gonna top it with the Maximizer Lip Plumper. I love the smell of this. I love this. I keep this in my gym bag. When I don't have any lipstick on, I just throw it on. Look how juicy and full the lips look. So pretty. And this is the finished look. I cannot tell you how much I love this whole look. When I filmed this on Friday, I was so excited. When I popped it into Final Cut Pro and I saw that the audio was terrible, I was like, oh no, I knew I had to refilm this. I absolutely love this makeup. I love the eye because it's not too warm or too cool. It's kind of right there in the middle. I love the formulation of these eyeshadows. They're just literally the perfect blend between like a matte and a shimmer shade. You get a little bit of a sheen, so it makes it, you know, great to be able to work on the eyelid or in the crease to create some dimension, but also get that pop on the eye. I absolutely love it, and I love the shades. So I cannot tell you how happy I am with this little palette here. This obviously would make a great gift, but clearly I'm gifting this to myself. But I was really excited about Dior's holiday sets this year, so I'll link the 3 that I shared in today's video, which was the palette, and then it was the little lip duo in the velvet pouch, and then it was the full-size mascara and lash primer also in the velvet pouch. And I'll link all the other products that I used in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot believe that we are at the holiday season. Like, I cannot believe that. By the time this video goes up, it's going to be November. Like, how is that possible? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.